Welcome to Answers in Genesis, Answers Education Online. In this video, we're going to look at how to complete one of the quizzes for each of the lessons in the online courses. So here we're on the Foundations course, first lesson, Relevance of Genesis to the Gospel. And let's assume you've watched through all of the videos and you've watched through or read through all of the articles, had any questions that you had answered in the discussion forum, and now you're ready to take the quiz. If you click on the link here, it'll take you to the quiz screen and it will show you some information about the quiz. For this quiz, there is a time limit of 45 minutes, and when you click on the Attempt Quiz Now, it'll come up with a confirmation so that you can make sure you want to start this attempt knowing that you have a 45-minute time limit. So you can click Start Attempt here. Most of the quizzes are around 30 questions, though that's going to vary from lesson to lesson. So as you come here to the quiz page, you can see over here on the left there's a navigation box. This would allow you to move around to the different questions, and so I can click on 16 and go right to that. Also, as I complete a question, this box will turn gray, so this gives me a visual way to see that I've actually completed all of the questions. You'll also see over here the timer is running, so I have 44 minutes left to complete this. As you look at each of the questions, there are four basic question types that we use in the course. One that is not shown in this quiz is a matching form, where you'll be asked to match a phrase to a concept or some type of matching situation where you'll be lining up ideas. Those are very easy to see and understand how those questions work. Here we have an answer that is looking for a short answer, and you can see here the question says, to accept the idea of millions of years of evolution is to accept that blank is what brought about new life on the earth. And we're looking for a one-word answer here. Here I can see that this question is not complete, that it has a score of 2 possible, and when I enter an answer over here, let's say I thought the answer was sin, I must click on this check box for each question so that it will check the answer. And you can see that that answer is incorrect, so I've scored a 0 for this question if I went on from there. But we've allowed students to go in and correct answers for a penalty. So the correct answer here is actually death, and if I redo that, you'll see that I get feedback down here that tells me now I'm correct, and based on my previous try I've received a score of 1.6 out of 2 for this. The second type of question that you see here is a multiple choice question. All of the multiple choice questions we use in the course may have from 1 to 4 or 5 answers depending on how many answers are available. You'll notice here that it says select one or more. So this is a way to construct a multiple choice question to make sure that you're really thinking about the answer. This is not just the best answer, but there may be multiple answers that are appropriate. So this question asks us about denying a literal interpretation of creation and the fall, which consequences can occur. So again, if I select the character of God is called into question, and I deny that all people are sinners, and I click check to see how I did on that answer, it'll tell me that I'm partially correct. And I'd be able to go back and check those that I think are true. And indeed, all of these are possibilities. And so now it shows me that I've scored correct on all of this. And with the penalty for missing part of it, I get a 2.4 out of 3. The fourth type of question is a true-false question. These receive a score of 1 point, and you only have one chance to select these. Here this question asks, religion has not been kicked out of the public schools, it's simply been replaced by the religion of atheism or naturalism. That is a true statement, so I can click true and hit check. Now if I just hit true on this and did not hit the check button, it would not score that answer. Let me show you how you can check that visually. So for example, if I had hit true on question number 7 but forgot to hit the check button, when I come here to this visual filter, I can see that number 7 is not grayed out. So you need to make sure that all of these boxes are grayed out to see that you've done that. So if I jump back down to question number 7, I can hit the check button. Once you've completed all of the questions and you've made sure that you've checked them all off, you can hit this next button, which will appear down at the bottom of the page. This will take you to a verification page to make sure that you want to continue with what you've done. Now you can notice here that even though I had put true on number 7, I never did hit check, so it still says not complete. If there are any questions that you didn't complete and you did miss any, those would show up here, and you can simply click on the question, go back, hit the check button, and then scroll back down to the bottom and hit next. So once I've completed all the questions, and we'll just pretend that I have done that here, it is absolutely necessary that you hit this Submit All and Finish button down at the bottom, and it will ask you to verify that indeed you want to do that. And from there we get a screen that will give us some more feedback, show us all of the answers that we got correct, how long the test took, what my grade was, shows up right up here. I didn't do very good. I probably ought to go back and retake this one. And that is an option with the quizzes as well. If you're not satisfied with the grade, you can go back and down here at the bottom, after you click Finish Review, you'll have the opportunity to reattempt the quiz. So if I were to click on this, it would take me back to that same screen that says Start the Attempt and back into the quiz. If you don't want to do that at the same time, if we go back into the course and I want to try it again the next day to see if I can do better, I've gone back and studied through my notes. Here again, you'll be brought back to that screen when you take the quiz, and you can reattempt the quiz. Once the quiz is completed, you'll be able to see your grade by going up here in the top right corner and selecting the grades and selecting your course. It'll show you all of the quizzes that you've completed and the score that you've received based on those things. So that's how to take a quiz, and we hope that as you work through all of these lessons, you'll again find yourself equipped to be sharing these truths with others, and that it would serve as a great encourager and embolden you to preach the glorious gospel of Jesus Christ.